Hello, my fellow adventurers! This is Mloentje. Welcome back to Throne and Liberty. Guys, recently we got some really nice new jewelry implemented into the game. Now, it isn't really new jewelry. It is the existing jewelry that we already know, but then the 2.0 version of that jewelry. Now, what happens if you equip a bunch of these jewelries, and I don't basically have them yet, is that there is going to be a bonus behind having them equipped. So before we go into anything else about, well, mostly where we can actually get those, let's put this to here, where we can get those nice jewelry, I want to talk about something that is kind of more important than actually getting them. And what's more important than actually knowing where to get them is realizing that at this point in the game, I do not feel like it is a good idea to actually invest into these new jewelry for the amount that they actually give until we right now have heroic weapons, heroic armor pieces. At one point, we're going to have heroic jewelry in the game. And there is going to be one piece of jewelry that's going to be better than every other piece. Like, okay, this belt is really nice, or this ring or this bracelet is really nice. Oh, the bracelet, the heroic bracelet is way better than the stalwart restraints of the Glacial Queen. This one is an upgraded version of the restraints of the Glacial Queen. I do believe you need to have the restraints of the Glacial Queen, go to a vendor to then destroy it to actually craft stalwart restraints of the Glacial Queen. I do believe it's through a vendor. Not really 100% sure about that one, but there is a vendor where you need to bring in the tier 1s or the tier 2, a regular one to upgrade it into a higher tier 1. He was gone for a week because basically people were making perfect crafts every time, so they were able to sell them for a lot of money on the auction house. So they removed the NPC for a while. So that's why I haven't been able to look into it. But yeah, there are jewelry that you upgrade through destroying them, and then it means you need to buy the traits or use unlock stones or upgrade stones or whatever you need to use to upgrade those traits again, because you're basically giving up on all your upgraded traits to get, for instance, with the restraints towards the stalwart restraints, 1 perception, guys. That is the difference that the upgraded version of the restraints of the Glacial Queen gives. It's 1 perception. Now, for instance, if we go to the pendants, Stalwart Pendant of Eternal Flames is the upgraded version of the Pendant of Eternal Flames. That is going to give me 20 endurance. Those stats with then the 4 set, because the 4 set, that is what this jewelry does. With the 4 set, you actually get extra set effect bonuses. For me, with the Stalwart set, it's Pledge of Protection. 2 Fortitude, Heavy Attack Evasion plus 60, and Max Health plus 1000. So that is not a lot. It's going to be 2 Fortitude, it's going to be 1 Perception here, it's going to be 20 Endurance over here. That I'm going to get increased. And I need to invest a lot of Lucent, a lot of upgrade stones, and actually unlocking every one of these in the upgraded versions again to actually max them out, right? So we can get those resonance effects on it. And then comes along the heroic one, and he's like, yeah, you're gonna need to reinvest in me because I'm better. So yeah, that's my train of thought, guys. At this point, I don't feel like they're worth the investment for the small boost that they give. Where can we get the jewelry, guys? Well, if you open up Da Vinci's Favor and then you summon your crafter, or you go to any of the armor, well, basically the accessory crafter, guys, they are a couple in there that you can actually craft up. So the Enchanted Deep Draconic Gorget, for instance, that is gonna be the Death Knell Gorget one. I do presume Wisdom critical hits, mana cost, Dexterity, and Death Knell Gorget is no. Deep Draconic Gornets is the Wisdom crit hit. So yeah, it is the upgraded versions, guys. And I think if we go to rings, we have a clearer view of the different sets. So the different sets is the bolster set. We've got the enchanted set, the imbued set, and the fortified set. The fortified set, as I said before, is the one that I'm going for. That's going to give me fortitude, heavy attack evasion, and max health. But I'm going for the items, not the actual set bonus in my case. Imbued symbol, Nature's Advance, gives us dexterity, base damage increase, max health. So pretty cool. Enchanted Sinking Sun Signet, what a name, is giving us wisdom, skill damage boost, and max health. One thing I kind of wanted to go for but then the stats on the items would bring me more into a PvE spec than in the PvP spec. So that's again why I went to the fortified one and not the enchanted one. And then we got the bolster one, and that's going to give us 2 strength, 4 critical damage, and max health. Again, something I kind of wanted to build, and I did test it out, but again, gave up too much tankiness for my heal for just a couple of stats increases that are more PvE-wise. So, yeah, it's definitely going to be a mixed match of what you want to get and where you want to get it, guys. So, yeah, you can craft them 480 with your accessory. You can see here, there's a couple belts in here as well. Imbued Hero Legacy Belt, Enchanted, Bolstered, Fortified. So the belts are in here as well. And materials, yeah, not materials, rings, bracelets. We got a couple in here. Where are they? I'm going down too low. The imbued one, we only have one. Dexterity one. Yeah, it only looks like one imbued bracelet. Okay, only one bracelet upgrades. Yeah, like it. In the necklace, we have then the fortified, bolstered, and enchanted. So where else can we get our hands on these items, guys? Well, Crypt of Augmentation, the 4-star dungeon crypt, also has a bunch of drops. So we can see the fortified cunning ogre girdle. You can find from here, fortified one. Imbued hero legacy war belt, enchanted devotee. We got the bolstered warmonger's belt, enchanted deep draconic gorget. Also, Dead Knight's gorget is in here. Got a fortified pennant in here, imbued bracelet. So you can see we got the fortified pennant of the divine tree roots, but with my build I was using another one. So there are multiple of the same fortitude set or the same dexterity set, or it might be possible that there's 2 necklaces that's going to give us the strength set. Like, there is multiple pieces, guys. I'm not real sure how many in total, but there's a lot of pieces to the puzzle of which 4 you want to implement. Again, go to quest log, check it out, guys, because it is going to be definitely a build-up. But eventually, again, they're not going to give us that much of an increase. It's like, if you want to go biz, this is what you want to invest in later on. Embed symbol, nature's advance, enchanted sunken signets, bolstered rings, and then we still got the plain earrings in here as well. Not the upgraded versions, but still the plain ones. So yeah, really cool. We can get them from the Crypt of Augmentation as well. So another place, of course, is the Hall of Illusion. It's going to be the highest tier, Nightmare tier. You can see here the Imbued Hero Legacy War Belt is in here. You see the Enchanted one, Blasted Warmong Belt is in here. The Pennant, no. Okay, the Deep Draconic Gorget is in here. Bolsters, Fortified. These are the regulars. Imbued Bracelets of the Violent Undertow we can find here, okay. These are the regulars, all of these. Already? Nope. Fortified Hunter Promise Signets is in here. Imbued Symbol of Nature's Advance. Enchanted Sinking Sun Signet. Bolster's Ring of Celestial Lights. We do have the regular earrings in here. Yeah, a couple you can find in Hall of Illusions as well. Another way to get your hands on them is from the transmutation, guys. So they are now in here as well. Tier 5 conversion. Tier 5, of course. And let's take a look. They should be in here. Probably with a really low, yeah, 1.17. So 3.9% for the regular versions. And then we go down 1.17 for the upgraded versions. A lot that we already have seen. Monsters. Okay, it's a pretty high chance, I would say. They are in here, so. So if I give the name Crandons, which is the NPC that I'm looking for, into the quest log database, guys, we get these 3 markers across the anvil or the forge area. We also get 2 markers basically in the city. Okay, so there was a whisper going on world chat that here he is. Special equipment crafter Crandus, guys. So this is the last location you can find your upgraded versions of the jewelry. Now, the
What
cost,
kind of weapon are you looking
this is where it becomes real. So he still has the weapons, guys. This is the dude that also crafts up the Black Anvil weapons that give you a huge amount of Solent and Weapon Mastery XP. I still find that these weapons are too hard, even now, because they are fixing it. They're giving us multiple ways to actually get our hands on the obsidian pieces. Right now, it's with even, I think, the whale, Gigantrite. If you fly on him a couple times a week, you can actually farm to get luck on these drops. But they're a catch-up mechanic for new players. And I find like new players will have a way too hard time getting the obsidian pieces to actually get a tier 2 that will help them with their weapon mastery XP, guys. So yeah, these are catch-up weapons, but they're too hard to get to be catch-up. But yeah, other than that, here is the accessories as well. So as you can see, we got the fortified pendant of eternal flames now. I have the pendant of the eternal flames on me right now. I have this equipped, not completely worked out yet, but I have it equipped. Now what do I need? Pendant of the eternal flames level 12, guys. So you need to have the level 12 version to create the level 1 or the 0 version of the upgraded pendant. So if I quickly look, equipment, enchantment, sync. Yeah, the pendant is level 12, and I'm using this one with my sync to get my Death Knell Gorget to level 12 for my DPS builds, right? So I need to give up on a level 12 item to get a level 1 item, and that would mean that my other level 1 would be, well, level 0 again, right? Because I can't sync anything. And like this is for everything. Fortified restraints of the Glacial Queen. So once I don't have this yet because I'm still using Bangle. So once I have this, I kind of need to upgrade it to level 12, else I cannot change it to the upgraded version to then get a level 0 again. Now, I could, if I have other wrists or bracelets at level 12, I could just sync this one, or I'm gonna need to invest. So I'm gonna need to invest double the upgrade stones. That is, well, it's between 300 and 600, right? So to upgrade one piece. So it's gonna be between 600 and 1,200, and more likely towards the 1,000 upgrade stones that I'm gonna need before I actually have this one level 12 to then. And for what increase, guys? For what increase? It really isn't all that big of an increase as we saw. It was one more perception, like 1,000 upgrade stones for one perception. And this is where the cost becomes like really obvious. This is like end game. If you like really want to min max your build, if you want to be the perfectionist, then the tier 2 upgraded gear is fun to have, but really not necessary. Now, if you're a big spender, whale, or you saved up a lot and you have the resources, I'm not going to tell you that you shouldn't. But for newer players in this game, I would not invest into it yet, at least. But yeah, this is where you can get all the rest of the items that you can't find any place else. The imbued pendant of the frozen tears here. For the braces, we got the Glacial Queen, the Fractured World, the Verdant Sovereign, and the Agony, Bracelet of Agony. For the rings, we got the Resistance Leader, we got the Distant Punishment, the Divine Instruction, and then the Endless Hunger. For the belts, Enchanted Regal Apostles belt, and then Strength Max Health, Strength Critical Damage, Movement Speed. So yeah, this belt would not work for me, because the belt of the Night Master is just way too perfect for PvP. So yeah, really nice. And then the earrings, guys. So the upgraded version of the earrings you can find in here as well. Fortified Gilded Granite Teardrops. We got the imbued Bloodrite earrings, enchanted earrings of the Primal Foresight, and bolstered earrings of the Glimmering. So yeah, upgrade stones is still like gonna be a huge cost with these, and then not talking about the investment for the trades, right? So yeah, again, that's kind of why I'm thinking, let's get out of this mode here. It's why I'm thinking that right now in this game, they're not really worth going for unless you're already completely min-maxed and you just have so many resources that you don't know what to do with them. And there we go, guys. My train of thought on the new tier 2 jewelry that you can get the upgraded version of the tier 2 jewelry you already have. I don't really get why they didn't make it 2.5. Like tier 2.5, because it is like a little upgrade. It's not like really a tier 3 item, because that would be a way better upgrade. But it's just in between, right? So it would make sense that they make it 2.5 gear. Anyway, these were my train of thoughts, guys. If you want to see more of my Let's Play or my quest progression here, or Codex runs here in Throne and Liberty, or any other game or content that I might release on my channel now or in the future, just hit that subscribe button. It would always help out a lot. I do hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.